Good afternoon, Urban Rivals YouTube. This is Mango with your bi-weekly review of the New Blood. Sorry I couldn't get to you guys yesterday. I had things and extra cards to review. So here we go. Let's get right into it. Today we are going to have 5 different cards. Cthulhu. He was released into the packs this week, so I'm going to officially review him. And so let's get right into it. Amiral Coco, not Admiral. Unless Amiral is French for Admiral, I don't know. Amiral Coco is a 2-star for the Piranhas, a 6/3 copy opponent bonus. He may be a parody of this Coco guy from Cocoa Puffs, Amiral Coco, or he may be a parody of Iago from the Disney movie Aladdin. I couldn't decide, so I just put them both in here. Either way, we have Amiral Coco here. He has a bit of competition. He's got Tula to go against. He's got Hawkins to go against. He's got also who's the other one? He's got a couple of other cards to go against. 2 stars. The Piranhas are not lacking in the 2-star department. Oh, it's Puff. So yeah, he's going to have to beat him out, but he might because of just the uniqueness of his card. I mean, his ability, I guess. He is kind of like a steal opponent's bonus. He is copy your bonus, which means he'll get it, but then his own bonus is stop opponent bonus, which means you won't. So against all the other attack manipulation clans, he's going to not only stop the uppers from getting a 10 attack manipulation, but he's also going to gain it, which is a net gain of 20 attack manipulation. It's a very, very interesting ability that I think could be really good in some clans. I'm very glad that they finally put a copy opponent bonus into the stop opponent bonus clans. It makes me a very happy person. He has, as I said though before, he has a little competition. He probably won't beat out Hawkins because his pill manipulation is working in beautiful synergy with the clan. He may beat out Puff because Puff against a, say, Banger will probably beat them by about 2-3 power, but this guy will usually beat most of the Bangers by 4 power. He'll take away 2 of their bonus and add 2 of his own, while Puff will just take away 2 and have 9. Plus, this guy has 1 more damage, so I'm pretty sure he'll start beating out Puff. Although, you know, copy opponent's bonus is very situational against all the skills, all the other Piranha, all the other Nightmares. He's not going to be very helpful at all. But against Roots and Geist, he'll probably be pretty helpful. But he'll be better in Spicy. Spicy's an all-stomp, but has terrible stats. I don't know about him or Tula. Tula's great against 6 power cards, and also has 1 more damage, but this guy is better against SOA and can be a lot more situational. So I can't really say whether he's good or bad right now because the uniqueness of his ability could allow for some really good play, and it could also allow for some really bad play. However, his stats are 6/3. It's really nice stats, or not really nice. It's pretty good, decent stats for a 2-star. And then the copy opponent's bonus will probably help him out a lot. So I'm going to go ahead and give this guy 7 out of 10. He could be a bomb. He could be a bust. He could be really good or bad. I don't know. Comment and tell me how you have played with this guy. Next we have Brianna. She's a OC, original character from Urban Rivals. An 8/5, 4-star in the La Junta, +1 pills. She is hot. Hot, hot, hot. Fiery hot. Get it? She is fire. Redhead. Alright, moving on. She is a good card. I really like her. The La Junta, have decent 4-stars. In Isitis, Arnie, Brian, Ichiro maybe, and Gatlin. But this girl is going to beat out a lot of those. I think she's going to work very well with Brian, and maybe also work well with Gatline, but probably with Brian, her brother. They're both have 5 damage, plus their bonus equals a 2-hit KO in Elo. Brian has some nice SOA, while she gets a pill, 1 pill manipulation. She has great base stats, 8 and 5, 8 and 7 with her bonus, which is delicious. I just absolutely love her base stats. She was going to beat Arnie out. Arnie gets his pills from defeat, while she gets her pills with her win, which gives you much more incentive to pill with her. While Arnie, people would just pill 2 pills, or maybe 4 or 5 pills, if they wanted to block somebody, and then just gain all the pills when they lost. Her also 1 more damage makes her a great 2-hit KO with a couple of other cards. She'll probably beat out Gatline, I just believe, because of the extra power. And Esotis is only able to be used in mono, while Brianna can be used in half decks as well. So it'll be up to you whether you want Esotis or Brianna, but I think I will be going with Brianna more often because Esotis is pretty vulnerable to the SOA. She's a great card. I'm going to give her a 9 out of 10. Moving along quickly, we have Lance from the All-Stars. He is a 2-star, 6 and 2, courage, damage plus 3. He's pretty situational 2-star. Courage, always a bummer. He has 6 power, not very great, but his bonus helps make up for that. Also he's a parody of Lance Armstrong. Actually, you guys can just go back and look at that if you want. Parody of Lance Armstrong, pretty obviously, and he's got those freaky leg muscles. Lehan also has those. And apparently all bikers just have disproportionately large legs. Anyway, back to reviewing the card. His base stats are 6 and 2, which is okay. He gets 3 damage on a courage round, which equals a 6 and a 5. With his bonus, he can be on par with 8 and 5 star. 8 powers and 5 damage, not stars. And it's a pretty good card. That, however being said, he's pretty weak. It's just plus 3 damage. It's courage. He only has 6 power. But those are all the things that's wrong with him. But he's a 2-star, so you can't actually exactly ask much more than that for him. He's a decent 2-star, but he's in kind of the wrong clan, because the All-Stars already have great 2-stars. Stacy is just an amazing 2-star wall. Then you have Miss Jessie, who in mono can get the same amount of life gap, but doesn't have to have the courage. Then you have Lorietta, who can get pretty massive life gap, but is a heal. Also has 1 more power. And then you have the Queen, Jessie, who I think is the best 2-star in this clan, who has better power, almost the same amount of life gap, and no courage at all. Jessie, I think, is the best card. Then it'll be Stacy. And then this guy, I don't know, Lance. I think he'll be a little bit better in Miss Jessie, mainly because he doesn't have to be used in mono, and also because he gets damage instead of just plus life that you can KO with this guy, if you feel like it. But I'm not sure if he'll be better on Lorietta. Lorietta can get a pretty massive life gap, or heal for you, and she can save you a lot. She also has 1 more power, which, I mean, is great. However, she's only useful the first 2 rounds, while this guy is used 2 rounds a game. So, I mean, I don't know if you like the courage or you like the heal. It's probably up to you. Anyway, I'm going to give this guy 6 out of 10. He's got a lot of weaknesses. He'll probably not be used much, and is maybe 4th string. But, I mean, the noobs will like him. The damage he brings to the table could be maybe scary in situations, but he's probably not going to be used very much in high elo play. Next we have Ozzy, 7 and 1, minus 6 opponent life, minimum 0, 5-star in the Nightmare. Pretty obvious who he's a parody of, Ozzy Osbourne. I mean, the name is the name, but also this guy Brooke from One Piece. He may be a parody of him as well, because they both have very similar hair that looks like it's from a black hole. This is my favorite artwork, personally. He just looks like a really cool rocker here, just jumping out of his grave with his freaking awesome guitar. And this one's pretty legit too. I mean, I don't know where he got those 2 extra arms, but I mean, he looks pretty legit. Other than that, this guy sucks. He sucks. I hate him so very, very much. he's a bad Lisbeth. Lisbeth's pretty good. I've used her. Her 9 power makes up. I like Lisbeth. I've used her ever since the last review, and I think I probably underrated Lisbeth. But he's worse. He's worse than Lisbeth. He has all the dependency of Lisbeth. He gets literally 1 damage if he gets SOA'd, but with not the 9 power, and barely the 7 and 7, the 7 power and 7 damage. He's a 4-star for the price of a 5-star. Zinfrid from the Fangpipe Clang and Kazian from the uppers are both cards very similar, with similar abilities. They're both 7 and 4s, minus 3 opponent life, minimum of 0. They're both 7 power. All 3 of them have 7 power. All 3 of them have abilities that minus opponent life. All 3 of them have the minimum of 0, so there's no difference there. The only difference is that Aussie, I guess, is less vulnerable to DR. But I mean, since when has DR against Kazayan or Zinfrid ever really been a problem? Not very many people use Zinfrid, I'll give you that. But against Kazayan, most DRs are only going to take away 2 damage anyway. And he's still a 7 and 5, which is really great for a 4-star. The argument, however, can be made that against Geist and Roots, Kazayan and Zinfrid, they're suck. And since Aussie's in the Nightmare, then he's going to get the protection of his ability more often. It's a valid argument, but it's not worth upgrading a 4-star to a 5-star. And there's really nothing else to say about this guy, except for that every other 5-star in his clan is better than him. Vince is better than him. Cthulhu, I'm going to say, is better than him. Nistrok, way better than him. Kolos, not even competition. Carrion, a very good card that does not need or can ignore a lot of DR and still get his damage in. Lilina has much better power and can also get great life gap. Gumbo, Elo banned for a reason. A 7 and 7 with 10 attack manipulation. This guy's literally just a 7 and a 7. Even Astalt is better than this guy, because this guy's a 7 and 7. Astalt can fight 8 and 8. I don't think there are any other 5-stars. I'm going to end my rant with saying 2 out of 10 would not bang. Bye. Whoops. Next, we'll move on to the 5-star from the Nightmare. Cthulhu. I'm just going to call him Cthulhu. I know his name's utchlu. I don't want to try to pronounce that every time. He's an 8 and 8. Backlash. Minus 5 opponent life. Minimum 0. 5-star in the Nightmare. I'm not sure if I already mentioned that. Anyway, that's on this really neat picture that it seems like his first artwork was based off of. You can see the similarities, I'm sure. He's better than Aussie. That's all really, I guess, I can say. He's an 8 and 8. Aussie's a 7 and 7. But he also has backlash minus 5 opponent, or backlash minus 5 life, minimum of 0. Meaning, in Elo, if he has his bonus and he doesn't get hit with SOA, but he also doesn't get hit with any DR, he's only gonna make a life gap of 3. Yeah, that's terrible life gap for a 5-star. The only place really he's going to be good at is at extended as a splash card, because he doesn't want his bonus. He wants to play Roots and Geist, and he wants to get his ability stopped. Cortez is a very similar card. Both have 8 and 8 monster stats, you guys. I mean, don't get me wrong, 8 and 8. DJ Core, CR, Kiki CR, those are all, and these two are all just beastly base stats. But the DJ is a great attack manipulation in DR, while the Kiki has SOA. And then it leaves these two, Cortez and Cthulhu. Cortez is a much better card because A, his bonus helps add on to his massive 8 damage, making him a 10-ton hit. It literally 10 life gap. And his ability is way, way weaker. It's only minus 2, and it has a minimum of 4. Cthulhu, I can say he will always be a life gap of 3, because in no situation will you not get hit with that backlash? There's no